There are many ways that you can cover up or remove existing parking lot lines from the ground if you're fixing a mess up or even changing a layout. And you can use black paint to cover up existing lines, sandblast them, or you can even use chemical and a pressure washer to remove them. But in this video, I've got my buddy here from Graco with me, and we're talking about some equipment that you can use to grind up existing parking lot lines. And they're talking about two different types of machine options that they have, the different cutting dimensions, and many other things that are very useful for you to know. So stick around and watch the entire video. But if you want to get to where you're making great money parking lot striping, then be sure to check out the How to Stripe course that covers all you need to know. That way you can get started. That link will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description. Or if you need some equipment to get started with, maybe you want a Titan or a Graco, be sure to check out mystripingstore.com and pick up a striping machine today. That link will be the second link in the pinned comment section and the description. Like the video, let's get to it.
All right, so my name is Zach Jensen. I work with Graco. I'm the Midwestern sales rep. So today we're looking at the Grind Laser 89G, perfect for line removal and trip hazards. And then as soon as you get a view, I'll tip it up so you can see the drum here. So that's going to be what's called a PCD fine, maximum 8-inch cut. You can narrow it down to 4 inches if you want to. And then if a tooth pops, you can go ahead and replace it by just unscrewing that Allen key. With the 89G, starting the engine's easy. Pop the on-off switch to on, turn the gas on, and then choke it. Pull the ripcord, and you can turn it on. As soon as you're done using it, just flip that back to off. To adjust the cutting depth, it's this handle here. So lift it up, squeeze the trigger, and then drop it down. If you notice you're grinding too deep or not deep enough, you have a fine tuning here. So clockwise for up, counterclockwise for down. Over here, we have our engine throttle, so you don't have to adjust it on the unit. And then you also have a kill switch, so as you're grinding, you want to wear this on your belt. That way, if the unit gets away from you, it does pull it and kill the engine. The last thing with this, the handlebar is adjustable, so if you're a taller guy or a shorter guy, you can go ahead and just loosen up this bolt here. You can adjust this handlebar up or down and then just tighten it back up once you have your depth. All right, so next we're gonna be looking at the DC 1021 HP. So with the 1021, it's gonna be a reverse cut. So you need to have it with a line driver because there's a safety switch on the hitch right here. So the unit will not operate without a line driver. 1021 stands for a 10-inch cut, 21 horsepower engine. So on this one, we're using a Vanguard. We have the gas tank. And then with the DCS, it stands for depth control system. So actually on this screen, instead of doing a manual adjustment, you have buttons on here to be able to dictate how deep or how high you're actually grinding. So on here, when you are using your target depth, you can go ahead and just push the button. It's gonna automatically lower down for you. And then as you're grinding, if you notice you're grinding too deep or not deep enough, you can click it up with this button here or with the buttons on the screen. Same thing, you have a safety chain just in case your unit gets away from you. And then your throttle control is up here so you don't have to touch it towards the unit. This unit is gonna have the PCD Quick Cut Fine head on it. We also offer it in flat and coarse. So the flat drum is just gonna be flat all the way across all the teeth for 10 inches. Again, you can adjust that drum though so that it can go smaller down to 3 inches if you want to, or you can do the max at 10 inch. So generally not used for indoor just because of the gas emissions. This one is gonna be targeted more towards guys who are doing inlay and for kind of larger contractors. So if you're doing thermoplastic or tape, and you want to get those so that the snowplows don't rip them up. So you want to get it level with the concrete. So you're going to have to mill out about 15 mils and then apply that inside that groove. You can also do it to remove paint lines. It's going to do it faster just because of that reverse cut. So because it's the Vanguard engine, we opted to do with the bigger gas tank on the back. So this just houses your gas. It's not a water tank. Where on the Hondas, they just come standard with the gas on top. You can run it inside that trailer if you need to. Every day when I take this stuff out, I run this right in my trailer, no issues at all. So we have 4 different models of line drivers. Any one of our pieces of equipment that can handle a line driver can use all 4 of those. So we have the standard line driver HD, which is this one. We have the line driver HD ES, which is electric start, and it's going to come with a Vanguard engine. And then we have our electric line driver on the back of the striper. So if you're doing inlay work, I would use this for highway work. If you're just removing paint lines, you could go to what's called a 1013 HP. So it's just a forward cut. You wouldn't have to use a line driver with that one, but a line driver is going to make it easier. So the only reason we have a battery on this model and not the 89 is to run the electronics on the top. So that's going to run your depth control system. It's also going to do your electric start on the motor. So we have the Vanguard on the 1021. So between the Vanguard and the Honda engine, both of them are great, but different situation calls for different motors.